people ask me, why is maybe so dangerous? And there's one very important reason for that. Is because when you set up in your mind before you do something that the outcome of what you're trying to achieve is, well, maybe I'll do it or maybe I won't. That sets you up with a mindset that as soon as things start to get tough, you're going to give up and bail out and go, oh, well, I tried. That's the importance. That's why maybe is so dangerous. If you want to lead a successful life, you're going to have to push through comfort. I mean, you're going to have to go through massive amounts of discomfort. Well, if you have maybe in your heart and maybe in your mind, you're not going to be able to push through that. I mean, it's going to get really uncomfortable, but you know what? When you make it through it, it's going to be worth it. So it is really worth it. It's just that it doesn't seem worth it in the moment. And if you give up, that's it. You're done. Another question people ask me is, how do I stop this mind virus? Because that's what it is. It's a mind virus. It's not a physical thing. It's a mental phantom that lives in your head. We don't want to let mental phantoms live in our head. We don't want them to control us. So what do? Well, we start by taking every task that we do throughout our day, the smallest task, and we put forth 100% commitment. I was pacing a half marathon. I'm at the beginning of the race. Everybody's lining up. I've got my pacer stick with my time and my pace on it. And you know, the people start to gather around. They start to come up behind me. And I said to the guy next to me, I said, are you ready to run this race faster than you ever have in your life? Crush it. I mean, just absolutely crush it and kill whatever your previous time was. And he said to me, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. No. That, if you start out like that in a race, you are done. It's over. You're finished. You got to go full force, forward, 100% commitment, and nothing is going to stop you. Now, let me just say this. It's not always a guarantee of success. It's not. It's not a guarantee, because I've done it at the beginning of a race where I've committed fully 100% and I failed. But you know what? I'm proud of the failure. I'm proud of the effort, because I'd rather have the failure at full effort, trying my best, than to live in regret thinking I didn't try as hard as I could and I might have been able to do it if I had just put forth 1 more percent. That's what's difficult for me. I always think of it like this. Have you ever seen one of those UFC fights, Ultimate Fighting Championship, when the ref calls them forward right at the beginning before they start, and they're looking into each other's eyes and they're like glaring into each other's eyes, and you could just see like the animal inside. Could you imagine if at that point, right before they start the fight, that they have maybe in their heart and in their mind? Somebody's going to get killed. That's how dangerous it is. I mean, one of those guys could get seriously injured and maimed for life. But you know, you see them. They're both 100% committed to the task at hand. They are ready to move through it. 100% commitment. William Hutchinson Murray talks about it in his book, The Scottish Himalayan Mountain Expedition, where he says, until one commits oneself, there is hesitancy, the chance to draw back, always in effectiveness. He says, once one commits oneself, then providence moves too. It means God will move with you when you commit, when you say, I'm doing this and I'm not giving up. So if you want a daily task, if you want a little bit of homework to try out in your own life, just to see if what I'm saying here is solid, because I don't think you should take my word for it. I think you should test it out for yourself so you can see if it is solid or not. So try this. Think about every time you think in your mind that, well, I'm going to try this, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be a daily exercise. It could be something you do at work. It could be anything. And just think to yourself, think of the times when you said maybe, well, I'll try it, and then you didn't do it, and you let yourself down. You let yourself off the hook. You know this inside your heart. No one else knows it, but you know it. I want you to take those times. I want you to put full 100% commitment into everything that you do today, tomorrow, and the next day. And I don't care if it's washing the dishes, feeding your dogs, spending time with your kids, spending time with your family, whatever it is. If it's a 10-minute morning exercise routine, put forth 100% commitment and tell me if it does not work out better for you than if you had just sat back and said maybe. Put that effort forward and let me know how it works out in your life. I'm Dave Girrbach, and I'll talk to you soon.